that is being played, of the year you're trying to predict. Okay, so that was in 2005. We want to see how good an old model in 2005 can predict game in the future. So we applied the same model to 2006, 2007, up to 2009 so far. So if the model holds, we should be able to see the result is comparable in 2005. So to skip ahead, I'll show you the 2009 season. If you see the prediction, our average, we have 72% for the 60%, 40% estimate, and then the 70%. We have compared ourselves to the expert in Yahoo and CBS. They both did worse than us. Yahoo only have a 65%, and I deleted the CBS column because I ran out of space, and I forgot what they are. But so another thing we have to compare to was AccuScore. You remember? And they have a 75% accuracy. So that means they only predict 2 more games correct out of 64 games. So I would say our model is fairly comparable in our performance against this AccuScore. So just a quick conclusion. This basically, we show that you can use a model with just 5 categories, and they can predict NFL game outcome as well as AccuScore. And next thing is, you will never be able to get 100% accuracy due to unpredictable events such as a player getting injured during the game, the weather condition changing. Like if you go to Green Bay in January, it's like negative 20 degrees. If you go to Jacksonville in September, it's a monsoon. So those will also not ruin, but it will affect your prediction. And the last thing is what I'm trying to do for the future of this project. What we want to do first is get a better estimate, because we could definitely do better. And another goal is AccuScore give us a score. So what I want to do is make our model to be able to do the same thing and give us a score and not just the outcome. And this is the part where Mary is saying, if you want to bet on games, you need to know the score so you know you can cover the spread of that. Just knowing the outcome will not win you any money in Vegas. You need to know the score. Okay? So that's it.
Do we have any questions for Chung? You must have some question. Yes.
Just curious, how did you choose you said there were 5 categories or 5 parameters that you looked at. How did you choose those 5?
Right, basically we have to run a computer program and we see which one has the highest correlation to winning.
Sure. Games are decided between 2 teams.
Right.
So where does this feature in your model? I mean, do you recognize, for example, that Philadelphia is playing, say,
so
Washington today?
When we have to do the estimate,
Yeah.
we take the estimate for the 2 teams. We average the data for those 2 teams, and then we compare them to each other.
I see.
And then we plug that into the model,
Okay.
and that gives us an outcome.
I see. Can you do it live too? Can you go into the model and say, fine, it's half time? Are things working out? Should we?
I think if you want to do that, you will need to get data for the halftime stat, and then you will use the halftime stat to predict the actual outcome at the end. So that means you will probably have to do, this will be a different model, using just the halftime statistic and to come up with the prediction of winning or losing. But it's doable.
Our third presenter today is Kimberly, and she will be talking to us, as you